So I just lost my job from a startup yesterday. It's been just over 24 hours since I got that dreaded Slack message saying, let me know when you sign on for the day. Just a pro tip, if you ever get a message like that from your manager, it's never a good thing, especially if you saw that he's been in a Slack huddle with HR. You should know that if you get a message like that, or if you get invited to just a meeting all of a sudden with HR and your manager, that's never a good thing. Anyway, I wanted to give an update on where I'm at 24 hours later, what I'm thinking, what my emotions are, how I'm feeling, what's next, what's happened in that 24 hours. So I made a video yesterday, posted it on my channel, and I also posted on LinkedIn towards the end of the day, right before I left. I had a number of people who reached out to me via text and said, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. Let me know if there's anything I can do." I also had a number of people reach out to me on LinkedIn with some potential leads. I had a friend come by and look at a car that we're selling, and he was like, "Hey, I work at this company in town, and we're looking for kind of a senior full stack engineer who also has a background with security." So we're in talks. I've got a number of prospects, a number of leads at the moment. I do recognize that that's not necessarily everybody's journey. I've been very fortunate and blessed in my 10 years in the industry to have built some really good connections and relationships. And I would say that's the biggest thing, right? Like if you're trying to break into tech or if you are trying to transition to another career, you have to have connections in this industry. In this time that we live in with algorithms and AI and all of the noise, it's still like the human connection is really the best way for you um, to advance and to like and build those skills. So I would really encourage you if you're in a period in a season where you're trying to transition into a new career, or you're in a position like me where you've lost your job all of a sudden. You really should work on those soft skills, work on things like your networking skills, whether it's LinkedIn or some other site, whether it's like creating a YouTube channel, whatever it is. I would really encourage you to work on those things. It's a huge benefit. I didn't get a ton of traction on my post, but I did, like I said, get a number of people that reached out to me. So what's next? Like, I am not panicked right now. I want to make that really clear. Like, don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm gonna be fine. Yes, I have a wife and kids. Yes, I have a mortgage. Yes, I have a car payment. But all of those things, I am in a really good position. And no, I don't have savings, to be really honest with you. I've been kind of underpaid for the last several years of working at startups, and I haven't had an opportunity to build a good savings. So it's not like I have, I've talked to some people who have 6 months or a year of runway. I don't really have any runway. I do have a uh, contract that I'm currently working on, a freelance project, some software development. That is an opportunity that came about through some of my connections in the industry. It's a company that I previously worked for, an agency that I previously worked for, reached out to me not too long ago and said, "Hey, we've got this project. We're trying to help get it over the line. Would you be interested?" At the time, I was like, "Yeah, I can, work some on part time on the weekends and nights and things like that." So now, obviously, losing my job, my that's kind of my primary focus is completing that contract. There's still about 100 hours or so on that. So that being said, I'm not rushing into anything. If I've learned anything in the 10 years in the industry, it's that for me, at least, it's been a journey. Every single role that I've had, every company that I've worked for has been a learning experience and a stepping stone. And I had a friend one time at another company who said, you really have to figure out what do you want to be when you grow up. And I think that's a really good piece of advice, especially in our industry, because in technology and even in software development, there's so many directions that you can go, right? Do you want to be a front end developer, a back end developer, a full stack developer? Do you want to be a cloud engineer? Do you want to be a platform engineer? Do you want to be a site reliability engineer? what do you want to do? Do you want to be a solutions architect? Like there's so many directions, and there's no way to really know what you want to do until you start to do things. So for me, if you look at my resume, it looks like I've kind of bounced around, moved around a lot. Every single opportunity that I've had, I look back and I take away all of the positives from those opportunities. So I am very fortunate to have had the opportunity that I had at this startup. It was a SaaS company. I got to learn a lot. That being said, what am I looking for next? I don't want to, I'm not going to rush things, and I'm not in any way desperate. I want to be very careful about what my next role is. I don't want to get into a situation where, something, things like this are always going to happen. But I don't want to get into another situation where I'm doing something that I don't enjoy or just doesn't align with my career goals. So, that being said, I am open to opportunities. Um, I'm going to carefully follow up with the leads that I do have. I did get probably about 4 or 5 leads just yesterday. Some of them are friends that are like, "Hey, my company's hiring." Some of them are potential consulting opportunities. So I do plan to follow up with those. But I'm not just going to take the first job that comes about. And maybe that sounds irresponsible. Again, I have a wife and kids. My wife is actually doing really well with her photography business, and this will actually give her an opportunity to do more. But anyway, just wanted to be honest with where I'm at. I am excited about what's coming up next, and hopefully you'll stay tuned. And I'm going to publish some more updates here in the near future. To keep you up to date on where I'm at on my journey.